Hey everyone, in today's episode we talk about a very important topic to a lot of young entrepreneurs who are interested in coming to China, and that is teaching English in China. This is a really hot topic. A lot of people want to know, how do you go about this? Well, in today's episode we share a lot of tips that happen and that we learned through our experience of teaching English here, so that you can hopefully avoid all the pitfalls that we went through. Enjoy the episode. Hey guys, today we're talking teaching English in China. In our group over at innerchina.co, this is always one of the most popular topics. Because so many people use it to come to China.
Yeah.
You know, that means you gotta know how to do it, and you gotta know how to do it the right way.
This is like your part-time work to make you segue into your entrepreneurship lifestyle. This helps you sustain and helps you also save a little bit of money if you're doing enough work, and just helps you build on your experience in China as well, living here, getting accustomed to the lifestyle, etc.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest ways, especially for young entrepreneurs who don't have a lot of capital to fall back on, to really get over here, get their boots on the ground, and start realizing and learning what doing business in China is all about. It's one of the greatest tools to get over here. So we're going to dive into that. When we first got over here, we did teach. We did a lot of part-time. So we're going to kind of go through our experiences, let you know, like the fallbacks that happen to us so they don't happen to you.
Yeah.
But first off, guys, there's two things that you got to realize. Either you're going to be doing or teaching out of a tutoring center, okay, which is mostly part-time, one-on-one or smaller classes, or you're going to be working at a school. It could be kindergarten all the way up to university. But the jobs themselves are very different.
Yeah. First and foremost, it's really murky water over here, and this is why it's so active in our communities. People were sharing resources and their experiences, and most of all the pitfalls and the mistakes. But with your training center, if you're coming over here to start a business and you know that you have your idea ready, you have what you want to pursue, then that training center is great because it gives you the flexibility to choose your own hours, when you want to work, how much you want to work, and just allows you to free up as much time as you need to build your business while also dedicating enough time to earning a part-time income to sustain yourself.
Exactly. And when you're working at a school, that's going to be your Monday to Friday, basically full-time gigs. So you're going to have a lot less free time to really build anything on your own, which means you're probably going to be stuck in that job a lot longer than you want to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a big difference.
Yeah, the school thing is, if you want to come over here and get your feet on the ground, maybe take a little while to acclimate, search around for some ideas, check out some opportunities, and study some Chinese in your free time, etc. That's great. But if you already know what you want to do, you want to get your hustle on, then training center is the way to go.
Exactly. And so understand that when you're going into it. Understand what you're looking for. Biggest thing for us, especially when you're looking at a job that you have never seen before and you're looking at a job that's overseas, you might not know anyone that's done it. The thing that you're always going to want to ask is a referral. You want to be able to talk to someone that has actually been in the position that you're going to be in. And you don't want to talk to them through the agency. You want to talk to them.
Exactly.
Hear from their mouth, how was it? Was it hell? Was it something they would never go back to? Well, that just saved you a trip to hell. So please, please, please ask for a referral.
No one wants to go to hell.
No one wants to go to hell. It's bad.
It's very true. I mean, when we were talking about it just before this episode was when we got duped by this company that shall not be named. We didn't ask for references. We didn't check into the track record. We ended up doing that after we got here and realized, oh no, we're at a terrible company. There was stuff online about how it's not reputable. The people I asked in the same building who were checking out as we were checking in said, good luck. These are tattletale signs that
it was bad from the beginning.
We didn't think to research, and just doing those simple steps would have saved us a lot of time. So referrals, research, due diligence will save you a lot of headaches in the long term.
Exactly. Okay, so far we've got know the difference between the jobs at a tutoring center or private tutoring, and then in a school. We highly recommend in a tutoring center if you're going to be focused on business.
Absolutely.
You want the free time. You want to be able to get out of the classroom and actually
build your business.
Build a business which you're here working on. Okay? Okay, so how do you go about finding these jobs? Well, there's a lot of online links. There's a lot of online resources that you could use to track down jobs. There's job boards. They are in English. Okay?
We'll post some of those under the video as well.
Yeah, check them out under the video. But when you do find those, make sure you're getting referrals. Make sure you're talking to other expats that have done that, been there before. Another thing I want to touch on is Where do you want to be? A lot of the English jobs, especially the jobs that companies are attracting people from overseas, people that aren't in China, are jobs that aren't really close to downtowns.
Yeah, of course.
For us, that's a big thing now. We need to live in the city. City's better for business. You don't want to. I mean, at least us. We didn't want to come here and be stuck in a really small village, way out.
I kind of was.
Yeah, life is so much harder. It's so much more difficult. So understand that the location of the jobs, where are they at?
Yeah, again, it comes down to your business. Are you prepared? Do you know the area or region you should really be in? And then research and due diligence. We thought we did pretty well, and we didn't. So we had to learn from that. And then stepping into the next level, when you're talking to these companies, it's also important to know you have a lot of negotiating power. You're the person they need to fulfill their contract to also get paid. So when it comes to scheduling, make sure that's an open conversation. And then big thing I messed up on is the housing stipend. Tim took his. He was smart. I thought, hey, they're going to put me in a good place. It was a terrible place. Maybe good by local standards, but not locals by any means. So again, you just have to be careful of these little things that you think, you're in a foreign country, they have all the power, but at the end of the day, you're the asset. They need you.
Exactly. What he said, never take the housing stipend, because what is going to happen is these schools are allotted a certain amount of money per contract, and they give it to these agencies. So these agencies have a certain amount of money. Well, they want to get you over here, get you hired, and get you in a housing situation that is under what they got. Okay, they're going to try and make money on every step of the process, housing included. So say if you got a 3,000 RMB housing, which is about $500 stipend, if you don't choose that, they're not going to put you in a 3,000 RMB per month spot. They're going to put you in like 1,000, and they're going to take the extra 2. So always take it in cash. You can find great other housing places throughout the city on your own. It's easy. We also have a post about that you guys can check out. So a lot of you guys might be saying, why is it so important to do all this due diligence before I come? Why can't I get there? I realize I don't like it. Get a new job. The visa. Okay? Obviously, to work here in China legally, you've got to be on a visa. You've got to be invited by a Chinese company and issued the visa through that company. So it is so important that you're coming here under the right situation, under a situation that is going to work for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very kind of messy situation. There's a lot of foreigner crackdowns, if you will, using tourist visas, working here illegally, which, again, you can't do. So it's all about heading into it with the right mindset of how long of commitment you want to make and how much time you're willing to commit into these contracts and into this job. Because at the end of the day, it is a job. It's a responsibility. So you have to make sure you fulfill it as well as you can and then build that business on the side.
Yeah, always looking at it from the end goal. What are you trying to do here in China? Are you trying to build a business? Then definitely build a structure, a schedule around that, be in a location that is beneficial to that business that you're trying to build. Do all this due diligence before you make the jump to China, and it's going to set you up perfectly to really get that business off the ground.
Yeah, again, these are things that we had ideas, but it took us from our experience, mistakes, and ultimately the failures of, oh no, what are we doing, that now we've been able to learn this. And this is pretty common for most foreigners who didn't prepare. So now we're passing on to you guys. Please prepare well, and you'll handle the situation great.
Yeah, teaching English in China, guys, it's a great starter gig to get you over here. The pay's fantastic for the work that you're doing. It's really good. And it's a great way, again, to free up a lot of time as a part-time gig to really get that business off the ground. The baby steps are always the hardest. So this is a great gig. This is a great way to go about it.
Yeah, not very demanding, easy to get into, and ultimately a lot of freedom.
Just do your due diligence. That's the center of this episode. Do your due diligence.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you know someone else who could benefit from this information, please share it with them. And if you want to learn more about doing business in China, make sure you head over to enterchina.co and sign up for one of our free live events where we discuss everything China. Have a great day.